Hello out there in the intertubes. Hello out there in the interwebs. You have your intertubes tuned to Kennel Baroni. And this is how I play Modsauce. Oh, I've been playing this one for a while now. Since they made it a public release. So let me show you some of my stuff. I started out and I squatted in a village. It's a nice little village, built it up. Over here we have my advanced genetics. You've got the what am I looking at up there at the top to tell you easily what it is. This is my advanced genetics setup. It's pretty simple. I'll describe how to actually get into them later. What else do we have? Way over here, I've got a well. Excuse me. Yes, I can fly. That's one of the bonuses of the advanced genetics. And I have chickens. I need to turn down the chickens. Sound. Friendly creatures. Way down. Oh, that's much better. So much better. They're not clucking your ears off. Hats for days. Anyway, yes, you can see various doors I've planted around the village to make it a larger village. In here, I have my essence berry farm. Do I have to have an empty hand for it? Or am I lagging? There it is, I'm lagging. Not too much to see there. In here, I have my enchanting setup. Got some of the natural bookshelves. I went and beat up on a redwood and decided to build my bookcases out of it. And that is the advanced enchantment table, which is so very nice. I love it. I love it a lot. You may notice that I'm running really quickly. Well, that's because of several reasons. One, I've got speed from the advanced genetics in there. Nom 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 nom. I also have, not that one. I always forget where they put the baubles. I also have this Globetrotter sash, which is from Botania, which is a really cool mod, and it makes you go really quickly. And there was something else I had to make me go faster, and I don't remember what it was. And we'll get to that later. Over here is the house that I was squatting in. Took over one of the tinker houses. Got all my Tinker's Construct stuff set up over there. I used to have an elevator block there in the roof, because I used to have a cloud way up at build height. And I was using that for some energy. Over here, we've got the iron golems. I made them spawn so that I could get their DNA to get me some more hearts, but they're also not bad security, you know, if I was still actually living over here. This is the sorting tree. You get this from the Twilight Forest. Before I got into the applied energistics, this was how I handled my storage. Because all these little pits over here, that's where I had a whole big old stacks of chests going. And with a pit, you can actually walk up to it, woo, and you can look downwards, get chests, and you can look upwards and get chests. Over this way is my nether portal. It doesn't get a whole bunch of use anymore. Way over here, past my little lava pool, there used to be a meteor in there, but I took it down because I wanted skystone. Over here was a little mining thing. These naturally spawn from I'm not sure which mod. And I decided, you know what, it's a little mining thing. I should put my mining portal to the aroma dimension. I really like the aromas dimension. Yes, I'm ignoring the gigantic structure for now. I'll get to it. Over here is my wither killer. This thing is so nice. Practicalities is a really nice mod. It's a bit of an in-game mod mostly, but it's got some really cool stuff in it. It is sitting on top of my spawner. Let's see if I can squeeze in there. Which I don't actually have anything in here because the Soul Shards Reborn mod has been having some issues. And also the wireless transmitter has been having issues. You might hear fire, well that's because I have this here to get rid of any items that I didn't want. I had some things over here set up to pick up items, and this is basically my overflow protection. If my stuff if I ran out of room to store stuff, it'd just go right into the fire. This here is, do I have anything in it right now? Nope. This here is what I is the big complicated thing I built to be able to make living wood and living stone. There's my little purified daisy in there. There's my Twilight Forest portal. Fun mod. Really fun mod. Early little cane field. Got a cotton field. This is my salinator. Oh, I really like this thing. It's 4 salinators. You can actually, if I can get this to work, you can actually have them share a corner. If you build just 2 of them, they can share an entire side, but it's not completely foolproof. But if you have them share the corners, it will build and it will very rarely break, although it will actually break sometimes, which makes it a little annoying. And yes, this, my gigantic pyramid, this is my base. I haven't actually finished building it yet, because I'm not quite sure how to design the last 2 tiers of it. So I'm going to go outside and show you all that first. Or at least explain all of that first. Fly! Zoom. Alright. So, this is my pyramid. I have made extensive use of the chisel mod. It's a really good mod, and you can use it with the carpenter blocks, which makes it really nice. And so I've got them here with the stairs. They used to, the carpenter blocks were, I guess, semi-solid blocks. Water could like flow into them, so I actually had these stairs here would actually have water on top of them. But they don't anymore, which kind of makes me sad. I also think I need to replace this stair because it's not supposed to have the little thing sticking out of it. Zoom. Up here is the foyer, I guess you could call it. It's the same for each tier. Right here is an elevator. We can go up and continue climbing up the pyramid. Now I've got these here. Or we can go down and be inside. Or if we want to be inside at this level, using some wireless redstone and some drawbridges, we can come in right through here. And over here is my witch farm. Listen to the creepy sound. Alright, and here's my witch farm, which I also set up a slaughterhouse for the pink slime, because mining drills. Is this still working? Yep. Oh, turn off our magnet. Alright, so yeah, witches. Everyone knows how useful a witch farm is in vanilla, and in modded it's even more so. Inside each of these, I've got basically a clone of the witch whacker. This is a Tinker's Construct thing. I made it myself. It's got a bunch of lapis and a bunch of damage, and it is specifically designed to one-shot a witch. And I used the cleaver just because it's strong. It does a lot of damage. I don't really need the chance to behead. I think they're all... Oh no, the other ones I put imbued swords in. because I have that many wither stars. Nether stars? I had that weather farm I showed you. Yes. Um, using advanced item collectors. This one is set to pick up just the, what is it? Redstone, gunpowder, and glowstone. And this one over here picks up, well, everything else. I do not need any more of the stupid witch hands. Boop, 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 boop. Yep. Anyway, that gets pulled out of there, goes into here. I could have probably just put it on top of the ender chest, but... My quarry is still running. I did not expect that. Yes, a lot of the mods are having issues right now because of wires. Wires just aren't connecting in between mods anymore, which is really, really sad. I have a little snow golem over here, my little Frosty, which I was using him, plus I had some Blizz in here, because, as you probably saw when I went downstairs, I have a big reactor. I have a big reactor full of gelid cryothium. And this thing makes a ton of energy. I think those are actually good to go, though. Yeah, alright, let's show you guys my big reactor. Boom, and you can see, just look at it go. I think it caps out at around 70,000? Or is it around 80,000? I don't even remember, it's been quite a while since I actually turned this thing on. Looks like 72? Can we go higher? Yeah, about 72,000 RF a tick. Don't really need that on right now, though. Yes, mining lasers. Was using a combination of these and an ender quarry to get all my resources. Over here, of course, is my big old capacitor bank. The ender quarry, wow, man, they really did reduce the energy it takes. Kind of makes me sad. Alright, yep, these are nether bricks, chiseled. It takes a lot of doing to get this much nether brick. Oh yeah, over here, we've got my mechanism set up, which isn't working because tesseracts aren't connecting to the mechanism wire, which is the wire that I like. It's universal cable. It connects to everything, except the recent update kind of messed it up. So yeah, I have set up for quadrupling. I had it going with iron. I actually have a bunch of iron set up in this chest. This is what I was doing to get my materials going. I just manually fill up this chest over by my system over there, and it'd run through, multiply them all by 4, go into this chest, which is my master. As you can hear, this is my master chest for my ender quarry. Everything goes into this, and then it all goes straight into my AE setup. I have this fluid transposer over here by my Tinker's Construct smeltery, because the smeltery gets pretty good rates on a lot of things. You can liquefy a bunch of stuff in it, and you get pretty good output for it. Zoom. Screech. This here is something I used on the moon. It's fused quartz. It is, as far as I can tell, completely blast proof. I don't know if it can handle a wither, but from testing it can handle the excuse me, it can handle the obsidian dynamite, TNT. It can handle this stuff, obsidian TNT, and that stuff I'm pretty sure is designed to explode TNT, obsidian. Excuse me. Over here, underneath one of these covers I have water, the other one I have lava, which when you set up, oh, I took the stuff out of it. This was a cobble generator. On this side, I was crushing it into sand, which would go into the sag mill to get me silicon for the applied energistics. And over here, I think I was doing sand. Yep, over here I was doing sand for glass, and then spitting it right into the chest. This was my first bit of applied energistics too. This is the first stuff I did for it, and that's really all you actually need for applied energistics, unless you want to go into some of the crazy stuff. But for storage, which is what I love about it, this is all you need. And you can see I've got 178,000 iron, 130,000 glass. I don't even remember what I was using all the glass for, but I needed it for something. Got a bunch of sand. And that's all that. Oh, I did actually make a setup for the advanced solar panels, which is an interesting mod. These guys, you can get some serious power generation out of these solar panel 6s. I did not go that high. I barely even went half that high. I went to 4, I think. And even making... No, I went to 3. I have a ton of solar panel 3s up on one of the tiers. That's what I actually used to make the step for one of them. Over here, we have just the applied energistics inscribers. It looks like a mess. Well, yeah, it is a mess. But this is how I would get all my different applied energistics processors. Over here is a big ol' cobblestone generator setup, because you can make compressed cobblestone, and I got the idea to do it vertically from Zasumavoid, who is, well, one of the guys who does the hermit crafts, and they have... I should turn that down, that is really loud. Wrong. Buttons. Music and sounds, let's see. Is it that one? Or is it maybe that one? I don't think it's that one. Let's try that. There we go, one of those got it. Zoom land. Over here we have my portal to the moon and Mars. Do I have... I don't have any of my moon stuff on right now, so I'm not even going to go there right now. This is the thing you gotta do for the soul shards. Put a glowstone in the middle, right click it with a diamond, and you get an empty soul shard. And then you can use that soul shard. If you hang on to it and kill something, it will set that soul shard. Sleepy bye. Oh yeah, gotta have the security terminal to be able to do wireless. This is my setup for crafting. Well, that's my processor for crafting. I've got 2 little crafty guys just plugged straight into my gigantic controller, which is way bigger than I'm probably ever going to use. I did the math on it, and this thing can handle almost 10,000 channels. And I believe this is as efficient as it'll get. I might be able to remove the center ones. I don't remember if that breaks the... Whoops. Let's turn back on our magnet. There we go. Bip, bip, bop, doop. Put that one back. Yeah, it took like 70, I think, to build this. Anyway, this is one of, if not the most efficient for it. You can sneak out a couple blocks here and there, but it's difficult to keep everything still set up. Yeah, those are my little crafter dealies. I'm using the actual block for the thingies here. What do you call them? Interface. I'm using the actual interface blocks instead of the little interface panels, and I might change that later once things are updated. But yes, let's talk about this gigantic structure here. This is my pyramid. And like I said at the beginning, I've been working on this since Modsauce became public, so since I could actually start playing. Yeah, I used regular old Buildcraft quarries to flatten out the area for this. And then I had an auto crafting, actually again from Buildcraft, to make nether bricks, which I then fed into the chisel and created. And then these are also from chisel. This is obsidian snakestone. This is some really cool stuff, but unfortunately you notice it's sticking out of the pyramid, which I actually like, but I wasn't planning on doing it like that. But the snakestone and a lot of the chisel blocks, they have different textures on different sides and will change textures depending on the direction you place them. Like, you know, with the snakestone, at the end of it, if it has no other snakestone next to it, it'll make that face. But if you try to put snakestone into a carpenter's block, it always makes that face. So I wouldn't be able to have the nice snake look to it. And then the moon, it's endstone. You can actually make endstone by putting liquid ender pearls on top of obsidian via the smeltery. Toss ender pearl in there, drain it, put it into a casting basin, put an obsidian into the casting basin, pour the ender pearl on top of it, and you get endstone. Up here, this is the second tier. This is actually from Twilight Forest. These are all, well, except for the redstone, these are all taken from the Ergas Tower, I guess you could call it. And I decided to make eyes because that whole tower kind of has like an eyeball theme to it. And I like how the eyeballs turned out. And then using the cased tower wood on the sides. And then some more of the... what are these ones called? The reappearing blocks. Oh yeah, these are fun. You can silk touch them and pick them up, which is really difficult actually. And placing them is also a bit of a pain, especially around the redstone, because if they receive a redstone signal, they turn off, they vanish. So yeah, did those. I'm not sure what happened here. I think a creeper might have blown up or something. Alright, the next here was inspired by asking my friends what I should make, and they mentioned a hanging gardens. And so I went, okay, I'll do like this, and I've got my Botania stuff up here. I have lots and lots and lots of dayblooms, nightshades, and hydradrangeas, which is my preferred method of making mana. If I had known about blood magic, I probably would have done the Serenade of the Nether along with the whatever it is that eats lava. But these work. And then here, this is actually why I had such a huge setup over here and why I had the living rock, living wood thing set up, because this is living rock bricks and that's living wood to make the arches. And then for the next tier, I wanted to make something a little more techie looking, and played around in creative just to look at the different blocks and came back to this to build in it. And using... right, these are another thing from Chisel, the Tyrian, which you... I believe it's an iron ingot surrounded by stone, and you get this kind of cool metally thing. and you can put it into chisel and get a bunch of different textures for it. So using that to make like steel girders, and then I think this looks like modern window facings. But you make it by, I just used regular old black stained glass, put it in the chisel, and you get one of these paneled glass, and put that in front of obsidian, and it looks like a modern thing. And then this is where I put all of those solar panels. All of these solar panels, solar panel 3s. I might condense them into 4s, 5s, or even 6s, and have a lot less of them, because I think having all of these is causing me a decent amount of lag. Or it might be all of these Aurora blocks. I don't have too many Aurora blocks, and I was having a bit of lag. Well, I guess hitching, I think, is the actual term for it. I was having a bit of those issues before I put the Aurora blocks in. But these are from the Twilight Forest, and I think they look friggin' amazing. They are beautiful, beautiful blocks. And then I just haven't gotten the specifics for how I want to do the top. I also need to carry up the staircase. I want to carry the staircase up to climbing, all the way up to here, and I want this next tier to have that kind of aesthetic, the whites, gold, and blue. And I'm thinking what I might do is put a whole bunch of statues of the hermit crafters around here. Because, hey, it's their mod pack. They deserve to have a place of honor on my pyramid. And then for the very, very top layer, I was considering using some diamond blocks. And you might think, diamond blocks? How are you going to use diamond blocks? That's a ton of diamond. How are you going to get that? Well, like I mentioned, I have a quarry. And the diamond blocks I was considering using... Those are cool. But no. This guy. The kind of planets. The planetary diamond block. Which I think might make a really cool top. I don't know. I still haven't quite figured out what I want to do for the top yet. I absolutely have the I think I have the diamond for it anyway. But that pretty much concludes the tour for my little Minecraft thing. I'm gonna just sit on top of this gigantic redwood, which I tried to chop down with an axe. That's why way down here you can see a big chunk out of it. I did not take this chunk out of the side. That was... I don't know what happened here, but the redwood was not able to fully spawn in. It's like it's missing one full chunk. I don't know. But yeah, that is the tour for my Modsauce. And I'm thinking, I don't know, I might restart it if I'm going to be doing YouTube stuff with it. I don't know. I'm still figuring stuff out. Anyway, that's my tour. And you're done listening to me blather on about stuff. And I will hopefully catch you next time. Bye. Do 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 do.